Ruhollah Khomeini, the scholar, revolutionary, and leader of Iran's Islamic Republic. Ruhollah Khomeini, a name that resonates deeply in the annals of modern history. A man whose life shaped the destiny of a nation and altered the geopolitical landscape of the world. In this video, we take you on a journey through the life of Ruhollah Khomeini, the scholar, the revolutionary, and the leader of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Ruhollah Khomeini was born on September 24, 1902, in the small town of Khomeini in central Iran. His family, descended from Shia clerics, played a significant role in shaping his early life. Tragically, his father, Sayyid Mustafa, was assassinated when Ruhollah was just 5 months old, leaving his mother and aunt to raise him. From a young age, Khomeini exhibited a deep interest in religious studies. He memorized the Quran and immersed himself in Islamic jurisprudence. By his teens, he was already recognized as a prodigy, destined for leadership within the Shia clerical tradition. Ruhollah's thirst for knowledge led him to the city of Iraq and later to Qom, a major center for Shia scholarship. Here, he studied under renowned Islamic scholars and delved into philosophy, mysticism, and jurisprudence. He became particularly influenced by the works of Mullah Sadra and Ibn Arabi, which would later shape his revolutionary ideology. By the 1930s, Khomeini had established himself as a respected scholar and teacher. However, his teachings were not confined to theology. He critiqued the growing secularization of Iran under the rule of Reza Shah Pahlavi, the founder of the Pahlavi dynasty. The early 20th century was a time of profound transformation in Iran. Reza Shah's modernization policies sought to secularize society, suppressing traditional religious practices and challenging the power of the clergy. Khomeini's opposition to these policies marked the beginning of his political awakening. He argued that Islam should not be confined to personal piety, but should guide every aspect of life, including politics. This idea would later become the cornerstone of his revolutionary vision. After Reza Shah's abdication in 1941, his son, Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi, ascended the throne. Initially seen as a weak monarch, Mohammad Reza Shah gradually consolidated power, often with the backing of Western nations. By the 1950s, Khomeini began voicing his opposition more forcefully. He saw the Shah's regime as a puppet of foreign powers, particularly the United States and Britain. The 1953 CIA-backed coup against Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh only reinforced his belief in the destructive influence of imperialism. In 1963, Khomeini openly condemned the Shah's White Revolution, a series of reforms aimed at modernizing Iran, but seen by many as eroding Islamic values. His fiery sermons led to his arrest, sparking widespread protests and violent crackdowns. This event, known as the June Uprising, marked a turning point in Khomeini's life. After his release, Khomeini's growing influence was seen as a threat to the Shah's regime. In 1964, he was exiled, first to Turkey, then to Iraq. For the next 14 years, Khomeini lived in Najaf, where he developed his revolutionary ideology. During his exile, he authored the seminal work Velayat-e-Faqih *, Guardianship of the Jurist *. In it, he argued that Islamic government should be led by a qualified jurist who embodies both political and religious authority. This concept became the blueprint for the Islamic Republic of Iran. As Khomeini's message spread, he gained a devoted following both inside and outside Iran. His speeches were smuggled into the country on cassette tapes, inspiring a growing movement against the Shah. In 1978, escalating protests and strikes brought the country to a standstill. Khomeini, now exiled in Paris, became the undisputed leader of the revolution. His messages of anti-imperialism, social justice, and Islamic governance resonated with millions of Iranians disillusioned with the Shah's rule. On February 1st, 1979, Ruhollah Khomeini returned to Iran after 15 years in exile. He was greeted by millions in Tehran, their chants of Allahu Akbar echoing through the streets. Within days, the monarchy was overthrown and the Islamic Republic was declared. Khomeini became the supreme leader, wielding ultimate authority over the new theocratic state. The new regime introduced sweeping changes. Islamic law, or Sharia, became the foundation of governance. Western-style institutions were dismantled, and the Shah's close ties with the United States were severed. Khomeini's leadership was soon tested by one of the most devastating conflicts in the region's history, the Iran-Iraq War. In 1980, Saddam Hussein's Iraq invaded Iran, sparking an 8-year war that claimed hundreds of thousands of lives. Khomeini framed the conflict as a sacred defense of Islam and Iranian sovereignty. His leadership during the war solidified his control over the country, though at a tremendous human and economic cost. Domestically, Khomeini faced opposition from various political factions. His government cracked down on dissent, often brutally. While his supporters saw him as a savior, critics accused him of authoritarianism and human rights abuses. In his final years, Khomeini continued to shape the Islamic Republic's direction. Even as his health deteriorated, his influence remained undiminished. On June 3, 1989, Ruhollah Khomeini passed away at the age of 86. His funeral was attended by millions, a testament to the profound impact he had on Iran and the Islamic world. Khomeini's legacy remains a subject of intense debate. To his followers, he was a visionary leader who restored Islamic values and independence to Iran. To his critics, he was a polarizing figure whose policies led to repression and conflict. Ruhollah Khomeini's life is a story of faith, resistance, and revolution. Love him or hate him, there's no denying his place as one of the most influential figures of the 20th century. His vision continues to shape Iran and its role in the world today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Ruhollah Khomeini. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time.